Alright, back for round 2. This hand is very keepable. Wayfarer's Bow was really nice here. Boris Garrison should get me a timely Skyreach Manta. I'm going to have to think of how to sequence this. Depending on my draw, it might actually be right to not ramp with the Wayfarer's Bauble yet. Okay, so this is the deck that I'm a little bit afraid of. So if I play the bounce land now, no, that's just not right. If I play ramp, yeah, so I'll just fix for blue here. The homunculus isn't going to get so out of control that I can't kill it with the Aquastrand. The real concern, at least as far as I'm concerned, oh, he's going to attacks. No turn 2 play. That's gigantic. Okay, so I was considering playing the Aquastrand Spider. Turns out that would have been bad. So I'll go grab a blue source here since I have the red and the white. And now play the Aquastrand. Boris Garrison. Bounce a forest, represent Vapor Snag, and have running 4/4 flyers. Should be good, I think, here. I think best case for me is he gets a third land and like arrests this to get through for 1 or just something dumb. It's very unlikely he would do that, but it is a possibility. If he attacks in, I'll block. Okay, so wow. There's something wrong when this happens. I'm not going to graft yet. That was improper sequencing. I got a little bit too excited about having 3 straight Skyreach Mantas, but it's not every day that this happens. And this is where maybe we see an arrest. I'm guessing this is a player with a dispatch. This is going to be a relatively scary deck for me. Okay. So I should be able to just keep clocking in the air here. I'm going to keep the Aquastrand Spider at a 2/2 because he's going to have things like Sunlance. There's not really, them being 5/5s doesn't, having one at a 5/5 doesn't actually change my clock here. And this allows me to trade off for one of these artifacts if he decides to attack, which obviously is really good for me because I want to keep his artifact count down. Okay, I think what's correct here is to just go for 8. I don't know if there's anything instant speed that does anything here. And then I just go like this. So I can protect them both, potentially. Because they are sitting with +1/+1 counters. So, okay. So that was kind of not the dream. It wasn't like a turn 3 5/5, but that's the type of deck that's the type of hand that's a little bit hard to lose with. I'm wondering if Tribe of Flames is going to kill a lot of what he does. Macro Riders is going to slow him down. Sunlance is going to stop him a bit here. I like my 2-drops. I don't actually like Narcolepsy against these decks, so I'll bring in the Vitae. It's more reliable removal. The Narcolepsy, the problem is, with things like Rusted Relic, once he loses Metalcraft, it cuts off the Narcolepsy, and that's a lot of times the target that you want for that type of thing in this scenario. Okay, so my mana is a little bit awkward here. Again, Wayfarer's Bauble would be super, super nice. Obviously, Noble Hierarch. I keep thinking Noble Exarch for some reason. But, okay. So Alamir. This mana could end up being a little bit awkward. A turn 2 play obviously would be great. You just really don't like to fall behind in these types of scenarios. Man. I think I've got to kill. I think I'm just going to kill my Macro Riders here. Or the Alloy Mirror. I don't think the Alloy Mirror though. Macro Riders right now is just a 2/2. With the upside to get bigger, Alloy Mirror taps for mana, so it's just significantly better. We'll ditch them. The problem here is now my turn 3 play pretty much has to be Alloy Mirror. I also have the option of just, if I draw like a forest, I can play Forest, Sundering Vitae. Blow something up is also an option. The thing is too, with this type of matchup, I can play a little bit slower and use the Savage Twister early. These decks generally run low to the ground, and he did mulligan. But yeah, the problem here, and if I draw an untapped land, I'm going to feel a little bit silly, but I think this is the only way to guarantee that something just straight up bad doesn't happen. So this makes me think this is a mana leak here, which I'm actually maybe okay with. Obviously it slows down my Muldrifter. Okay, so I'm slated to take 4 this turn. But yeah, and I mean, this is a little bit scary, but I have some options. Like, for example, if I draw into mana and he plays out another like Court Homunculus and some other low power creature, even something with like 3 power, I'll be pretty much fine because I can just Savage Twister, reset the board, play Muldrifter the following turn if I end up drawing to mana. Otherwise I play Plaxcaster Frog, which sort of locks up the board for me. I don't know that Muldrifter is a given next turn. It's possible I play Cytoplast Rootkin. Interesting. I find that really strange that he wouldn't offer up both. So he is valuing the flyer here, which means he does have a play. This could be Mirror Enforcer, so Rusted Relic. Okay. So obviously, this does change what I'm doing a little bit. One option yeah, so the option that I actually like is I can play out an island, tap these 3, and then convoke the Sundering Vitae, go to blocks, convoke the Sundering Vitae, or convoke the Sundering Vitae, killing the Rusted Relic, go to blocks, go against like the Court Homunculus, make it a little bit less likely to survive. Yeah, I think I like that play the best. I'm hoping though, and this gives me the ability to protect it if he wants to blow it up. So now if I were to convoke this, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I could tap him for green. Only one way to find out, right? Okay, so this means my Alamir is probably fairly safe. I mean, he could blow it up with something. The other nice thing here is I can just go to block the Court Homunculus or whatever. And maybe I go, like I could see a reasonable sequence here. He attacks with the Rusted Relic. Okay. So we'll go to blocks. Blow him up. And I mean, he can like dispatch my Plax Caster now. Okay, so he doesn't. That means he doesn't have the dispatch, most likely, which is good. I mean, this is probably my Muldrifter turn, just because I really do have the board locked up pretty significantly now. It's going to allow me to bounce a land, set up for an easier casted Cytoplast Rootkin, and I can then graft onto it. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Oh man, that's hard to pass up, isn't it? So just Oblivion Ring that thing out of here. The other option, then I have 2 4/4s. I can Savage Twister, doesn't actually kill everything. Man. Huh. This is a little bit tricky. Can I afford to take 4? Because I think all I would take is 4. No, I'm just going to Oblivion Ring. He could have something scarier, but yeah. We should just show these colors here. Represents a little bit more. Get rid of the Mirror Enforcer. And then I can protect my Plaxcaster Frog still. You know, if he wants to spend the 1 mana to go up with the Gust Skimmer, that's fine. Maybe he commits another card to the board. The reason I didn't play well, I should have played the Bounce Land. That was a huge mistake. I thought about that turn for too long. Yeah, that's actually going to hurt me next turn because I'm going to lose the protection on the Plaxcaster Frog. Okay, that's a bummer. Sometimes it's just how it goes, though. Alright. So I do want to graft. Okay. I do have a lot of double green. I think that's still right though, to leave the island out there. Okay. And now this sets up a nice little Cytoplast Rootkin. I don't think he can really like kill me from nowhere. These decks are very much on the ground. My Savage Twister should pretty much just be assurance from anything that he can do. Dispatch is live the rest of the game here though. Okay, so Ally Mirror. turn that off. That is one of the most annoying things about this set, is the graph resolution takes so long. Okay. So there's no reason to not play this here. Play this out, pump everything. We're not going to graft him. Buff all these guys. Go for 4 in the air. I probably could have tapped in such a way that I could play the Equistrand Spider if I wanted to use the Alloy Mirror. But I want to leave up protection. Play out the Bobble. Just start thinning my deck. This gives me protection and the ability to crack the Bobble. Making the Equistrand Spider a 3/3 I don't think really changes this game that much for me. I have the ground locked up. I have the Savage Twister. He dies to that anyway, so does the Maka Riders. So most likely I'm going to save those for some sort of board reset. Because the thing is, I'm just not going to be able to profitably attack on the ground for a long time. I'll be able to attack with like the Cytoplast Rookin, for example, because I can move a counter off the Plaxcaster Frog or something like that. Make him a 5/5 and then he just eats anything if it's a triple block or something like that, which is going to force him to chump most likely. I open myself up to something right here, but that's fine. I'm looking for a Plains. Alright, Elish Norn just wins me the game off the top. Alright. Can't have everything. Alright. Maka Riders is a 3/3 now, which is reasonable. But I think I can just leave up, at this point I can just leave up protection on the Plaxcaster Frog. Pick something off with Sunlance. Although, again, I don't know how crucial even removing something at this stage is. Just because there's just not a whole lot he can do. Okay. We'll remove the mana guy. Can't kill the homunculus anyways. The skimmer just doesn't do anything at this stage of the game. I think here I will play the Equistrand Spider, just so that I can give the Plaxcaster Frog reach. Alright, sorry I'm playing a little slow here, guys. This is my first time doing a broadcast for MTG Speculation, so it's a little bit weird. I didn't want to do an 8-4 like usual here, just because I wasn't sure how much it was going to distract me narrating the games. But I think this is pretty much a scenario where we just can't lose for the most part. Now that we killed the mana guy, yeah, so here we go. I was going to say all his dust is one way, but then he kills his homunculus. We keep our Alloy Mirror, and we're mostly okay. Alright, so going over to the finals. See you guys there.